Hi everyone, welcome to today's Pick a Card. Today we're going to ask Spirit, what's your person's next move? Hi everyone, my name is Kathy Mamolen. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. Today we're going to ask Spirit, what's their next move? What's their next action in this relationship? Where they would like this relationship to be going? If you are in a no contact reconciliation situation, if it's going to move forward. So I don't know where these readings are going to go. As always, I do them live shuffles and live messages from Spirit. So pick A, B, or C. Let's get started now. Let's see what their next action is coming towards you. Okay? So let's go over your choices. So group A is the Monstarot Tarot. These are all the star cards. I have the Oceanic Tarot, group B, and group C is the Last Unicorn Tarot. If you picked group A, the Monstarot Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to ask Spirit your person's next move. What action do they want to take? What do they want? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Where's this relationship going? So let's get started. Let's pull some cards. Let's get some cards on the table, and let's see what Spirit has for you today. Group A. What is your person? Next move. Next move. What's their next move, right? You want to know. Where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing, right? Where are we going? What are we doing? I have failure. I have peace. I have envy. And I have trust. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's get some cards on this table. It's a fun deck. This is the Monstarot Tarot, little monsters. I have a Page of Pentacles. And I have a Knight of Cups. All right, let's see what this first card says. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. What is his or her next actions? It's coming into me as they're trying to get their arms around this relationship. Okay, they're trying to get their arms around money, first of all. So they may be juggling with their career, finances. That may be affecting this relationship somehow. Maybe that's on the back of their mind. They're trying to move forward. Okay, maybe they started something new. My page always starts something new. So they may be juggling with some finances on their table, because it is the sense of I'm trying to get my arms around everything, including this relationship. And I just feel like I keep dropping the ball for some reason. So I do feel like I maybe have something new on my plate, and I'm having a hard time. My Knight of Cups is, I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to move forward. My Knight of Cups is romantic. So I am putting the effort into you. I do feel like I'm trying to think of ways to make you happy. Even if they're small gestures, they just said. Okay, so maybe I don't have a lot. Maybe I don't have a lot of money right now. Maybe I am trying to just start out or get back on my feet financially, something like that. And but I am trying to do things that I think that would make you happy. This little monster, it's almost as if, I don't know, he looks so peaceful. It's like he does things that make your life simple, makes your life simpler. Okay. Take some pressure off of you somehow, brings you comfort, brings you, holds you, something like that. So I do feel like that this person is trying very hard to, I don't know, do the best thing by you is how it's coming into me. All right, let's see what that piece is. Okay, so this is my Magician in this card. Okay. And I have the Sun. I have a new beginning. They definitely want to put some energy into this relationship. Their next move is putting as much energy into this relationship as they can. So this relationship's moving forward. I have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Okay, so they are working really hard at bringing love into this. Okay, they're kind of working their magic with this Magician card. And then I have the Sun, which is a new beginning. And he's all excited. He's kind of like, look at us. He's all excited about this start. He's excited to have met you. He sees it as a big beginning. He's trying to come up with things that can be romantic, kind of almost a sense of wooing you over. And but I feel like he doesn't have a lot to offer. I feel like all he has is himself. So this is the kind of thing that, you have to believe in this person. You have to believe in this person, that this person's situation is going to get better, or this person is going to improve on their finances or get back on their feet soon. And, because all he has to give you right now is his heart and his attention. But he really does want to put his effort into this relationship. So his next, he's moving forward. He's definitely moving forward. I have an 8 of Cups in reverse, and I have a King of Swords. Beautiful. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Yeah, there's the challenges. So he may be envious of other people. Maybe, maybe there's other people trying to pursue you that can offer you more. Maybe he feels less than in some way. He's not making the kind of money that he used to, or he lost his job. He's looking for a job. He's still on unemployment. He's still in college. So it is this sense of he's envious of what other people could give you, or maybe even somebody that you had in the past. Maybe you had somebody in the past that made your life really easy and was able to, give you lots of things. And I feel like he's having a difficult time with that. My 8 of Cups is that he does not want to walk away from you. Okay, he wants to piece his life back together. He wants to get back on track, they just said. So he is not looking to walk away from this relationship. So if you think that he is walking away, I don't feel like that's what's going on. I feel like he sees this still as a new beginning. He's still excited about it, and he still wants to move forward. King of Swords, he's putting all of his thoughts and effort into this, trying to make this work. What can I do to make things better? What can I do to, they're saying, win you over? So he must be trying to get you to the point where you really want to be in a relationship with him. Maybe you're the one that's hesitant to start something with him because you're afraid that he doesn't have everything that you want him to have right now. So there's something going on there, but I do feel like he's putting all of his thoughts into you, is how that came in. Beautiful. I have an Empress, and I have the 3 of Pentacles. All right, let's see what the Trust card says. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, I gotta tell you, he feels like he really wants to be with you. It's inside of him. He's already made the decision, like, you know what, I really want to be with her. I really like our relationship. I wish I could offer her more. I wish she understood that things are going to get better, they just said. That's nice. The Empress. Yeah, he sees a future. My Empress is nurturing and loving and a mother figure. So maybe he even sees you with a future as a mother, being a mother of his child. He's very drawn to you. He's very drawn to your nurturing nature. You're very loving. You're very kind. The little ladybugs are jumping out at me too, this sense of he feels lucky to be with you. He feels lucky to be with you. He feels like, I'm really proud to be with her. I'm really excited to be in her life. 3 of Pentacles is this sense of we make a great team. I think if we keep trying, we make a great team. We can really create an amazing life for ourselves. We can create something together is how it's coming into me. And this is almost like like two little future children is how that just came into me. So we can even create a life together that has a family. So I love that. I love that. I do feel like he's moving in your direction. I mean, I absolutely feel that way. I feel like he really wants to be with you. So let's see what else they say. I just feel like he has, he wishes he had more to offer you. Don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. Maybe that envy, maybe there's some things going on in your lives that other people are influencing this decision. Maybe people are saying, oh, he doesn't have anything, doesn't, what are you guys going to do? So maybe other people are influencing your decision. And he's like, I feel like I'm being judged, love me for who I am, love me for, for the good person that I am. And these other things are going to get better. You will find your place in the world, even when you don't know how. Yeah, I do feel like you're on the fence. I do feel like, is this the person that you want to be with? I feel like he's come into your life. He's trying to present himself as I want you to be with me. You are currently under construction. Please be patient. So here you are waiting, right? Here you are waiting, deciding, thinking about how do I build a future with this person is how it just came into me. That's okay. You're on a journey of discovering your life's purpose. So, are you meant to be with this person? You know what? That answer might not come. Sometimes we enter into a relationship and we don't know if that's the person we're going to spend the rest of our life with. We just know that for today, it feels good to be with them. It feels good. I love being with them. He doesn't have a lot to give me, but he gives me his time. He's always there for me. He holds me. He listens to me. He talks to me. We do things that don't cost a lot of money. And we still have fun, so you have to evaluate, the energy. Look at the energy that this person is bringing into your life, because I do feel like he wants to move this relationship forward, and you may be getting influenced by other people, or even in your back of your mind, like, is this good enough? Is this marriage material? And you're nowhere near thinking about marriage. So your standards that's exactly what you're doing. You're setting standards. Okay. Are you looking at him with a sense of this isn't good enough. He's not good enough. I always saw myself with somebody more successful, more educated, more money, anything like that. Are you, are you judging his, can he have, I guess the question is, does he have the potential for those things is even more important. Not everybody has them right out of the gate. So does he give you fire in your soul? Does he inspire you? Does he light up your heart? Do you look forward to seeing him? Do you look forward to being with him? Do you like his energy? A lot of times we have to decide that we want to be with somebody because it just feels good. I have some long distance between us. Maybe he's not right here. Maybe that is, a struggle between you guys. Maybe you guys have to figure out how to be closer together. And it's going to take money and time and effort. So for some of you, maybe there is a distance between you. Messenger. This is coming into me as lots of back and forth communication. And it also is coming into me as a lot of fun, and it's charming is how it just came into me with these little birds, just kind of this, chirping back and forth energy, like we just have, so much fun chatting all the time. Love cords. Yeah, you feel a connection. So there's that invisible cord, that invisible energy that's connecting our hearts already. So you do feel this connection. He definitely feels this connection. He wants to move this connection forward. Okay. He's just waiting for you. He's just waiting for you to say, I want to be with you. Love language. You want to speak the same language, right? A deeper conversation. Having a conversation about what our future could be like, having a conversation about this is what I feel and this is what you feel. And, could we create, can we start? You don't have to think about where you're going to be in 5 years. You just, are we enjoying each other's time right now? Do we love to be together? Is it fun? Ask some simple questions. Wow, he's seeing a future with you. I have hitched. He's seeing a future with you. He's seeing if he can get you to the point where you really want to be with him. He can convince you that this is a future. This is kids, family, marriage, the whole shebang. Thank you, Spirit. Guidance and protection. He wants to take care of you. Protection. He doesn't have a lot to give is how it came into me. Maybe he's finishing his education. Maybe he's got to, start his career. Maybe he had a setback of some kind, but I don't know. I feel confident in him. I feel like, I do feel confident. I do feel like I want to start. I want to start something new. Let's see what he's feeling. Let's see. I think he really wants you. This connection wants to move forward. I think it's almost like I've got to convince you. I've got to convince you that he's enough, but I want him to be enough because he's a good person. Is he a good person? Is he kind to you? That's important. That's how I feel. My happiness is just to be near you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. He just loves to be near you. He is all in. He is all in, this guy. I wonder if your body wants mine the way mine wants yours. Yeah. He's attracted to you physically. He's attracted to you emotionally. So he is all in. All his thoughts are going to you with that king. I will reach out soon. Okay, so he's in contact with you often. He wants to be in contact with you. So this person wants to be with you. This person wants to be with you. I have fallen deeply in love with you. They're in love with you. How beautiful. How beautiful. Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind, that this relationship, if you decide that you want to be with them, they want to be with you. There's no doubt in my mind on this one. How beautiful. Forever young, your romance sings with joy as you surrender to the youthful playfulness. There's that fun feeling, there's that energy of, are you having fun? I don't want you to set standards like, it's not exactly what I want. You know what? No relationships start out exactly what you want. Okay. You build on it together. There's that 3 of Pentacles. We're going to build it together. We're going to work as a team. Okay. It's, do you like this person's energy? Dreams come true. Have faith your rainbow will come shining through. Now, the reason why I picked the star cards today were make a wish. If this is what you want to come into your life. My star is a hope, faith, make a wish, a dream come true, a belief that after we come out of something that was troubling, a challenge, a bad relationship even, that my star is that hopeful card, that things always get better. So dreams come true. Guided steps to great love. Follow the path of ascension towards this great love. I love it. Yeah, I got to tell you, Group A, their next action is they just want to be with you. Okay, they're trying to do, my hands just tingled. They are trying to do everything in their power to kind of woo you and have you come on board with them. And, they believe in themselves. I got to tell you, they believe in themselves, and they believe that whatever challenges are on their plate, it's going to get better. And they want you to follow along with them, and they want you to just kind of trust them and believe in them also. And, maybe this relationship will be the best thing that ever happened to you, but it's almost as if you have to give it a try because they really want to be with you. How beautiful. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. If you picked Group B, this reading is for you. We're asking Spirit today, what is their next move? What are their next actions? Do they want to be in this relationship? Do they want to come back into a relationship? Are you going to be hearing from them? So let's ask Spirit what's going on with your connection and see what your person's thinking and feeling today. Okay, so we are going to start, and these are the star cards. So this is make a wish and your dreams do come true. So whatever it is that you're wishing, we're gonna see what Spirit says. Okay. All right, so let's get some cards on this table. Spirit, we want to know what is their next move? What action will they take? What do they want? Is what we want to know, right? They want a commitment. I'll take that. I'll take a commitment emerging. Let's see. They want playfulness. And they want to surrender. All right, let's get some cards on this table. Let's see. All right. Spirit, please share with me. What do they want? What are their actions? What's happening in this connection? Anything you can share with us? I have the Fool. And I have an Ace of Pentacles. Very nice. Let's see what this says. Commitment. Beautiful. My commitment increases my joy and freedom. Yeah, I will say I just heard intuitively, they want to take it to the next level. So whatever the next level is for you, okay? This person is not going to be afraid of being kind of all in, is how I feel. All right. Right now, I feel like I am on an adventure. Dive right in. Look at this mermaid, right? Dive right in. I'm not afraid to dive in. I'm not afraid to be all in, they're saying. Okay. So this person is really thinking about the big picture. I love that. And here's this Ace of Pentacles with prosperity. So the sense of abundance, the sense of I feel fulfilled when I'm with you. My world is starting to come together because you're in it. So I got to tell you, this person right out of the gate is thinking about, how do we take this to the next level? So for my Group B, I think you've got somebody that really wants to be with you. Beautiful. I have a King of Cups. And I have a Death. Okay, so let's see where we're going with that. I have emerging. I am emerging into the light with joy and ease. Okay, so I'm emerging emotionally because my King of Cups and my Death. My King of Cups is unconditional love, and my Death card is some kind of transformation in his life. Okay, his or her life. And, maybe being in this relationship, they're becoming a different person. Maybe they are tapping into a side of themselves that they've never had. Maybe they've never been this intimate with anybody or ever shared their feelings with anybody at this level. They're opening themselves up. I do feel like they're vulnerable is how it just came into me. Even though they're a King of Cups, it's almost the sense of I'm afraid to open myself up emotionally because, what if this all goes away? So they have some fear. They have some kind of hesitation with being hurt because I feel like You may be the first person that they've ever been this in love with. So I do feel a sense of vulnerability in this relationship. That's okay. That's okay. That's kind of normal. All right. So I'm not afraid of that. I have a magician. Beautiful. And I have a page of wands. Yeah, this is exactly what they want. I got to tell you, they're building castles in the sky. I mean, they are building, a future, a home. I want to build this castle with you, and I want it to be fun. My joy is the greatest gift that I give to others. I want to I want to play with you. You're my best friend. I have more fun with you than anyone else. All of those feelings are coming into me. My magician wants to make this happen. He feels like this is magical. I'm filled with passion. I'm filled with the sense of, bursts of new energy with my page of wands, this newness, this new everything's new, everything's exciting, everything's fun. And I'm just bursting with energy to make this relationship happen and to keep this energy flowing is how they just said it. So I do love that. This person can't put enough energy into this. I mean, I don't know if they've ever been this in love. I got to tell you, I think you got somebody who really fell in love with you. This is nice. I have the Hermit. And I have an Ace of Wands. Beautiful. All right, so I have a surrender. I've got to give in, right? All is well. I surrender to my inner guidance. I got to tell you, part of me feels like I have to let go of something that I've been holding on to, this defensive side of me that says, I've been here before. I don't want to be hurt again. But I'm willing to let go because my inner voice, my heart is saying, just give in, let go, enjoy it, go for the ride, all of those things. So he is listening to his inner voice. Now, you may have already been there. You may have been here a long time ago, and you've been waiting for him to surrender. You've been waiting for him to be vulnerable with you and to say, I really want to have a future with you. So, he may be just now coming to that conclusion for you, or very soon. He's as a hermit. He's been doing a lot of thought about it. He's been thinking about his future. He's been thinking about all the possibilities. He's listening to his inner voice, and that's kind of a mature way to approach it. Like, I don't want to I'm in love with you, but I don't want to jump in too soon or jump in too fast and make a mistake. So he's got this thing in the back of his mind, the sense of, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't know where the mistake feeling is coming from. Maybe he's been there before, but he is pushing himself. He's growing and learning with my Ace, and he's filled with passion and desire. And he just knows that this relationship is working. They just said, there's something about you. There's something about the connection that you have, that you believe in him. They just said he loves that. So it's growing, and the passion is growing. So he is moving in the direction of, wanting to, whether he has come out and said it or not yet, like, I want to be your boyfriend, or I want to be exclusive. He's moving, his wheels are spinning along the lines of, we're headed in that direction. We're headed in the direction of, we're in some kind of a committed relationship. So that is beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, let's get some cards. Let's see what else they say. So he is moving in your direction. He is definitely moving in your direction. He or she. I have a snake. Sneaky lies, betrayals, and bad news. There's that sense of feeling vulnerable. Okay. There's that sense of I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake. So he must have been down this road before. He's had somebody in his past that probably cheated on him, lied to him, and that's in the back of his mind. So you just have to prove prove to him that that's not you. You're different. You're not that person, right? It's freezing him. No progress. It's freezing him sometimes, that it almost paralyzes him, that fear of, I've been hurt before. I don't want to be hurt again. And you can say, you know what, I've been hurt too. And, but I'm not the one that hurt you. I'm not the one that hurt you. Nibbling mice. Taking advantage of unappreciative. Little bites. It's almost a sense of he's giving you a little bit at a time, like he'll say just enough to keep your hopes up with, we're going to be together, or I want to be with you. But he doesn't come out so far as saying, I'm in love with you and I'm not going anywhere, which is what you really want to need. So it's these little nibbles of information. So I guess that's what's, why you're kind of wondering what he's thinking and feeling. Okay. Lovesick. Emptiness, broken heart. That's what he's afraid of. He's afraid of having a broken heart. Okay. He's going round and round with, he's afraid he's going to get hurt. He's afraid. He's not coming out to say it, but that is what he's hesitant of. It's almost the sense of, he keeps saying, I don't want to make a mistake. Traditions, moral values, family roots. That's moving me in the direction of, we're going to start, a home together. We're going to probably be, moving in together, starting our own little, starting to share the holidays together as a couple. So that is actually pretty hopeful. I think we just have to get over this fear of, what, we're both vulnerable, right? Spoiled, taken care of comfortably. He does want to take care of you. That's nice. He is thinking about building a castle, as I had said. So he does want to keep you comfortable. He wants to keep you happy. So that is important to him. I love that. Thank you. Cleaning up, letting go of what no longer is serving you. Yeah, both of you probably need to let go of some fears. Both of you need to probably say, I'm, as long as we don't hurt each other, and as long as we're honest with each other, then we can keep moving forward in this relationship, right? Because we are all sparkles. I love that, right? This is a new passion. It's awesome energy. It's awesome chemistry. It's, don't let the fears, don't let somebody else ruin what you have right now. Just because, you had either one of you, just because you got hurt in the past does not mean that this relationship is meant to hurt you, So you just love the energy, love the sparkles, music, melody, soothing your soul through music. This is coming into me as just connecting, right? Connecting to, our souls kind of dance together. We're kind of doing our own thing, and, we just meld together, and it's just easy. That's how it just came into me, that there's something about this relationship that makes it really easy. And I do love that. I want to go into these cards for some reason. Let's see. Loss of self and identity, discovering your true self again. Yeah. I did have that emerging feeling. I did have that surrender feeling. Now, sometimes when we're heading into a committed relationship, more so for men than women, because, women want a committed relationship. Men feel like they're giving up something. Okay, they feel like they're giving up their single bachelorhood, whatever you want. Their identity changes, that they're now in a relationship. And it's like, yeah, but you're gaining a relationship. You're gaining the love of another person, but for some reason they feel like they have to give something up to be with you. So he may be going through that. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how they think. They feel like, I'm surrendering my freedom. It's like, yeah, but you're gaining a girlfriend, you're gaining a life partner, a lover, it's like hesitation. There's the hesitation, right? Past, here it is, past heartbreak, broken trust, afraid to move forward. So, it's this sense of a little bit of everything. I have sparkles with you. I have fireworks going off with you. Great chemistry. I can kind of see a commitment. I would like to move in the direction of a commitment with you, but I have to surrender to my independence, being single. I have to, wrap my head around. I hope I don't get hurt again. I'm not making another mistake. So this guy's got a lot going on in his head. And what he really needs to do is just think about, does he feel good? Does he like being with you? If the answer is yes, then let's move forward. Okay. We're spending way too much time evaluating things that are already behind us. Lessons, knowledge, understanding, look for the lessons in this situation. Every time we're in a relationship, we learn, right? And you can't stay attached. You can't, this to me is coming into me as he's carrying the baggage of a past relationship into this relationship. And it's almost like you have to say, you know what? I don't want to be compared to anybody else. I'm not that person that hurt you. So, fertility, very nice. Fresh ideas, manifest, growth, plant your seeds. Plant your seeds about what your future could be with this person. Okay. That we can plant new seeds and we can grow together. We can create a new life. And whatever happened to you in the past, whatever you're hesitant about now, we can overcome, that this is not, it's not set in stone. It's a work in progress. This person has just come into your life. And, it's this sense of where can we take it from here, but somebody's got to surrender to, to love, surrender to the belief in love, a belief in the dream of a future together, all of those things. To happiness. Oh, thank you, Spirit. To the belief in happiness, that we can have happiness. Look how gorgeous this card is. Just filled with joy and filled with energy. I just love the energy swirling around her. What? I'm happy when I'm with you. That's all I know. I can't answer the big picture of life. I don't know if we're going to be together for the rest of our life. I don't know, if I can make you happy for the rest of my life. All I know is that I feel joyful when I'm with you right now in this moment. And that's really all we have. That's really all we have. So this whole make a mistake, I don't want to make a mistake. We both have to let that go. This is love. Look at this energy. How gorgeous. Look at the intuitive eye and trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. I feel happy. I feel love. I feel, I don't know, maybe I've never felt this way about anybody. And I want them to want to move in the direction of us being together. Beautiful. Strength. Having the strength, having the strength to see us through all of this. Part of coming together as a couple you know, it's like a whole process that we go to. You know, you don't go from just meeting each other to all of a sudden, you know, we share a life together. There's this whole combination of things that happen as two lives come together, right? And some of us go through all kinds of things, some crazy things to bring those lives together. And God is giving you the strength to, you know, just focus on the love, the Spirit's saying. Just focus on the love. Focus on the passion. Beautiful card. Focus on the passion that this person brings into your life, that you bring into their life. Okay. You know, and, you know, passion, you don't have passion with everybody. You know, you might have one passionate night with somebody, but an ongoing passionate relationship, no. There's got to be love there. There's got to be a, you know, energy that we want to be together, you know. So focus on that energy. If that energy has been brought into your life, I want you to just, you know, acknowledge it and enjoy it. Enjoy it. So my group B, I do feel like you're moving in the direction of a commitment. I just feel like there's there's fears, there's a little hesitation, and, you know, maybe he has to surrender, you know, to trusting this relationship more. Okay, but we're gonna focus on the love, the passion, the things that we know that we're feeling. All we have right now is the feelings, right? So the rest is all in our head and our ego. So we need to let some of that go. I fear the unknown, but I want this. There it is. I fear the unknown, right? We all do. It's scary. It's scary to be vulnerable. It's scary to open our heart up to somebody. Nobody wants to be hurt, and nobody enters into a relationship with the intention to hurt someone else either. I just need a little more time. So he is spending that time. I did have that feeling earlier that he is spending that time getting to know his feelings and, you know, what it is that he wants. And he's having a hard time with that quote unquote loss of his, which would be his independence or his, you know, I'm a bachelor and I can be with whoever I want. And, you know, when I'm with one person, you know, I have to give all that up. Yeah. It's called a relationship. You can't have it both ways. You can't be in a relationship and have all your freedom at the same time. Okay, so if you have somebody that's trying to do that, that's not a good thing. Okay, you can't have it both ways. All right, you have one or the other. He's going to have to make a choice. Otherwise, you can do that too. Unfortunately, women don't think that way. They want one person usually, but I just need a little more time. I haven't forgotten you. It's almost like you're waiting for an answer from him. You know, maybe you guys have had a conversation. Maybe you've said, you know, what are you thinking? Where are we going? And he hasn't forgotten the conversation. He'll give you an answer. He doesn't know. I don't know. He's not ready to answer that question. So he needs a little more time. He needs a little more time. But there's a lot of love and passion, and our souls are connected. That's what he's going with. You know, when you feel you can't make this stuff up, okay? You can't pretend your souls are connected and they're not. They're either connected or they're not, right? So if you're passionate and you're in love and you're happy and he's feeling the same way, then your souls want to be together. And when your souls want to be together, then the materialistic world and all the other stuff just kind of falls to the side, and your souls move forward and say, let's just spend time together. We just want to be together. So I think that's what the direction that you're moving in. I think he needs more time. I think that he is going to find himself there shortly. So just keep loving. Just keep loving. keep the passion going, and just trust in spirit that if spirit brought you guys together, he will bring you together in some kind of a formal, relationship. So, but I do feel like it's moving in that direction of some kind of a commitment. So I want to thank spirit for this reading. Beautiful. If you picked group C, the last unicorn, this reading is for you. And we are asking spirit today, what is your person's next move? What are their next actions? What are their intentions? Where is this relationship going? Anything that spirit wants to share with us for your person. So let's get some cards going, and let's see what spirit wants to share with me today. Okay. Let's see. All right, spirit, if you can please share with me their next move. Their next move, please, spirit. Their next move. What action will they take? What do they want? What action will they take? I have friends. Ex-partner. I have a letter. And I have hope. All right, let's see what they mean by all of those. All right, let's do the last. And we picked the star card today because the star is all about make a wish and having hope. So, so let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. Your person's next move. Your person's next move. The Knight of Swords. Two of Cups. I'm sorry, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. All right, let's see what this Friends card is. A meaningful connection is necessary in your time of need. All right, so that's just coming into me as talking to your friends. Maybe you need some, maybe there's something going on in this connection that you just need some extra guidance in. All right, the Knight of Swords. All right, that is coming into me. It's coming. I mean, my Knight is always about moving forward, communication, thinking things through, thinking about you. So I do feel that, but it did come into me as a sense of we need to talk. We need to get everything on the table is how it's coming into me. So we're going to see where that goes. The Two of Pentacles. So I have a decision to make. My Two of Pentacles is almost like a choice, like I'm at a fork in the road. And I have a decision to make, and there's pros and cons is how it just came into me. So he's got something on his plate that he's thinking about, and he's looking at all of the different, benefits and, and the disadvantages, I guess. All right, I have the Moon, and I have the Fool. I have an ex-partner. An unfinished love connection. This situation may involve an ex. Yeah, maybe there's somebody maybe there's a third party in this connection, because my Moon is the something kind of, mysterious, something going on that I don't quite understand. But it is revealed. Eventually it is revealed. So there could be some hidden secrets. There could be some hidden feelings. There could be unresolved feelings, something like that. And my Fool is a new journey. So he may have some other things on his plate, the sense of he may have to make a choice. Maybe you're a choice to him. Maybe he would have to leave someone else to be with you. Let's see. He's a King of Cups, so he's very emotional. He's very emotional. A Ten of Pentacles and full of abundance. All right, so he's a very strong individual. He knows what he wants. That's how that came into me. What's this letter? They are reaching out to communicate. News and messages are coming. All right, so it's almost the sense of you're going to hear from him soon. It's a King of Cups. Lots of emotion, big waves of emotion when this person comes into your energy. Okay, it's almost came into me as almost like an emotional overload, like, maybe you've just fallen head over heels in love with this person and you don't know where you stand. I don't know. It's almost like I can't handle his energy. It's just like waves of energy come into me very, very quickly. Every time I hear from him, even a text message, a voicemail message, any kind of communication, it's just like this gush of wave of I don't know where I stand. My 10 of Pentacles, maybe you admire him, maybe you look up to him, maybe he's wealthy, very secure financially, maybe he's somebody that, you could see a life with him. Okay, so, you almost have him up on a pedestal is how it's coming into me. You just really, it's somebody that you really want to be with. I think he has to make a choice. I think he's connected to somebody else. All right, let's see. Let me see. I got two cards stuck together. I have a 10 of Swords. Yeah, he's going to have to let something go. And I have a 3 of Pentacles. All right, let's go with the hope. Let's see. I like hope. All is not lost. A positive, favorable outcome is still possible. So there's still hope in this relationship. He has to let something go. My 10 of Swords is he has to put something to an end. He has to put something to an end. It's no longer serving him. It's in his mind that he would have to end something to be with you. Okay. Either he has to release what he feels still for an ex, or if he's even in a relationship, it has to be completely ended. But there's still hope. There is still hope. And my 3 of Pentacles is he's working towards some kind of goal. Okay, he's working hard towards some kind of goal. So his mind is probably on how could I get myself out of this situation and be with you? Okay, so that's probably what's going on. But wow, this is hard. Let's get some other cards on this table. Let's see what else he's feeling, because yeah, elusive. It's almost like he's not sharing with you what's going to happen next, right? Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know. All you know is that when you hear from him, it's this gush of energy, gushing of emotion to you. And I think you've fallen head over heels in love with somebody that you can't have right now, is what's going on. You feel lucky that you met this person. That's nice. Wondering if they're playing games with you. Maybe we don't know for sure. Maybe we're having a hard time. Maybe we're having a hard time with, is he being honest with me? He's telling me that he loves me and he wants to be with me, but he's not taking any action. I have a yes. Yes, I do feel like he wants to be with you. So that's nice. Thank you, Spirit. We needed that. And his heart, you have the key to his heart. You've opened something in him that he is that King of Cups. So he's very unconditional love. So you have opened something in him that he hasn't opened in a long time, is how that came into me. So there's definitely some kind of, I'm going to say overwhelming energy. I don't know how to describe it any other way. Love, you fell in love. You fell in love with this person. Nature, ground yourself. Ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature and connect with the elements. All right, so right now we're having a hard time. Maybe we're having a hard time emotionally. Maybe we're having a hard time I don't know, keeping our head on other things. Maybe this is all we're thinking about until we know what's going to happen. Polarity. Integrate your shadow side There can be no light within the dark. Understand the law of polarity, that there's, light and darkness in each of us. Maybe you have, maybe you feel bad. Maybe you feel bad that you're in this situation. Maybe you feel bad for him. Maybe you feel guilty, maybe there's something going on there. So address that. If those are feelings that you're having, I want you to address that. Be loved. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning in your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Beautiful. Believe you are lovable, that you deserve, it's almost a sense of if he had a choice, if he has to pick you or someone else, you're lovable. You deserve to be loved. You want him to pick you. You're a goddess. Look at you. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. All right. So while you're going through this, just a lot of energy about nurturing yourself, right? Nurturing yourself, feeling connected to yourself, understanding your own feelings in this situation. All right. Let's see what he's feeling. Let's see what he's feeling and if he's moving towards you. Whoa, he's got a lot of energy back here, I'll tell you that. Allow me to work on me so I can work on us. All right, so he's got something going on his plate that he has to resolve, is how it's coming into me. I fear that you will never look at me the same. It's hard for me to look at myself in the mirror, right? So maybe he has pushed you away. Maybe he said, I can't do this right now. Maybe I need time to think. I need to see what my feelings are, something along those lines. You made me see a side of me that I've grown to hate. There's that dark and light side. So maybe he's feeling, he's really going through that also. Deliver me from temptation. Yeah, there's that sense of he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing, and he feels like he feels guilty. He feels guilty, but at the same time, it's a very passionate love. He feels something for you. He hasn't felt for anybody else, and he wants to be with you. I was dishonest with you and myself. I lived one big lie. Yeah. So he's coming to the conclusion that he wants to be with you, is how it's coming into me. So I think he's moving in the direction of, making a decision. I mean, that would be the best thing for you, right? Whoa, you should see this card just went, I got to see what this one says. I must admit that I'm longing for your touch and your warm embrace. So he wants to be with you. He wants to be with you physically. He wants to be with you emotionally. This is hard. This is really hard. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you, I think he's trying to make a decision. I think he's trying to move in your direction, but I think he's trying to make a decision about it. So I'm going to wrap this up with a nice angel card. I'm going to hope that Spirit gives me a beautiful angel message just to give you some hope and inspiration. But let's hang on to that hope. Let's hang on to the fact that you're in love with him, this, gushing emotional energy. And we're going to ask Spirit whatever is best for you in this situation. Okay. Let's see. I've got the number 24. I am generous. You have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones, and you are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. So you have a heart of gold, right? And you don't want to be hurt either. And Spirit is saying, you know what, we want you to have a healthy, stable, happy relationship, right? That is the most important thing, is that, that you are, with somebody that's nurturing you, protecting you, but the sense of being happy and stable, because right now this connection is not This is very difficult for you emotionally. So we're going to ask Spirit to help this relationship move along and that you get answers very shortly so that you're not stuck in this limbo of emotional kind of energy where you don't know where you stand and you don't know what your future is. So we're going to ask Spirit to some hope and some inspiration and some guidance and to help ground you in this decision while you wait and in their decision. And if God wants you to be together, then he will bring you together. And but in the meantime, to give you the strength to kind of be stable and to have more balance in your life while you're going through this. So I want to thank Spirit for this reading. Beautiful. Very difficult. I want to thank you all for joining me in this pick a card today. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, welcome. Join me daily for some random card readings. If you want to jump in the chat on any given day, I do daily card readings. So hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified to join me in one of my live psychic events. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.